Welcome to Psychologies. I'm Kate Hammer, barefoot coach and creator of How to Find Lasting Love, a 4-week self-coaching program. In the short coaching program, you will learn about yourself and gain awareness of the way you approach love and how you live in the world. With this awareness, you'll be better able to experiment in your daily life and in your romantic relationships. This is the first week in the 4-week coaching program. You can subscribe to Psychologies magazine to access the full course, including weekly journal workbooks for in-depth self-coaching. Subscribe via the link in this video caption, or if you're already a subscriber, head to the Life Leap Club page on the Psychologies website and register or sign in. Let me tell you now a little about the course. There are 4 parts. The first part is called Love Stories. The second part is called Love Readiness. The third part is called Kindling Love. And the fourth part is called Cultivating Love. So wherever you are on your romance journey, I hope that you'll find something for you. And journey is what this is about. All of these topics form a journey towards finding lasting love. So welcome to a process of inner discovery and outward experimentation. Let's begin. Week 1, love stories. However experienced or new we are to love, none of us comes to love as a blank sheet of paper. So in this first week, the questions will invite you to put into words some of the stories and messages you've absorbed. You'll also be invited to take a kind of X-ray of current and past romantic relationships and put into words your ideal using memories of your first experience. Please remember, everyone's journey is unique. There are no wrong answers. And the influence of the past doesn't determine your future. Instead, self-awareness is a key ingredient in change, including how the past affects you now. So self-reflection can lead to self-coaching, which can lead to profound personal change. With that in mind, inner inquiry is our starting point. To answer the coaching questions, there are 2 concepts you'll want to grasp. The first is an insight of relationships psychotherapist Esther Perel. If you don't know Esther's work, I encourage you to watch her dynamic TED Talks or listen to her podcast, Where Should We Begin? Her dynamism and her direct, frank way of speaking about love and sex are so refreshing. Esther Perel asks people, were you raised for autonomy or loyalty? When she asks this, she's inviting the person to recall the messages received in their upbringing. Now, autonomy sounds like you only have yourself to rely on. No one can help you. Relationships are secondary. Nobody does it better than me. Whereas loyalty messages sound like you're never alone. We are here to help you. Relationships are central. It's safe to trust. Which of these messages did you absorb growing up? And did they come to you as explicit words that were spoken out loud? Or were they exemplified in the relationships that were surrounding you? And how many of them came from the wider culture? Have you ever been with a partner who operated from a very different orientation, who met your desire for autonomy with his need for loyalty, or vice versa? The first part of the workbook invites you to reflect on love stories, autonomy, and loyalty messages of your early years. Love, though, happens in the present. Love is today's business. So let's turn now to you as you came into the loving romantic period of your life. Here we'll draw on the help of Dr. Arthur Aaron. He is a psychologist and half of a long-lasting, enduring marriage with the best-selling author and psychologist, Dr. Elaine Aaron. If you've heard of the personality type highly sensitive person, or you've seen the documentary Sensitive, then you know Dr. Elaine Aron's work. Now, Dr. Arthur Aron may not have the bestseller, but his work in social psychology has done so much to help us understand love in Western cultures. He's managed to construct concepts and found ingenious ways of drawing adults into the psychological laboratory to test whether those concepts actually depict different ways of loving. And the concept that I think is interesting when it comes to love stories is the concept of expansion of self. What Dr. Arthur Aron contends is that there are different styles of loving, different degrees to which we open ourselves out to include the other. Now, let me make this concrete for you. Dr. Arthur Aron created a tool called inclusion of other in self. The iOS scale is a single sheet containing 7 sets of circles. The first set, the circles touch but don't overlap. And in the final set, the circles largely overlap. And which set describes the kind of relationship that you want in your life? That question gets at the question of your ideal model for love. And in the workbook, you'll see 3 questions that help you get to the point where you're ready to describe that ideal. Now, when you come to describing your model or ideal for love, you're going to look inside at what you've experienced. But I'm going to ask you, please, don't stretch beyond your zone of feeling relaxed and at ease. Because that relaxation and ease means that you're in a place where you can learn. If the stretch is too far, you'll feel upset. And learning doesn't happen when we feel upset. So please hold yourself at the right kind of depth to do your own inner discovery. And come back next week to consider love readiness. Thank you.